Hello friends, Christian here with Brick Life Crisis. Today we're taking a look at LEGO Creator 3-in-1 set number 31079, the Sunshine Surfer Van. This set is recommended for ages 8 to 12 and has 379 pieces, including 2 minifigures. Let's go ahead and build it up and see what it's all about. This set actually includes 3 different sets of instructions for the 3 different builds. So we have the minivan, which is the main one. And then there is like a beach dune buggy kind of thing. And then this Lifeguard Tower. So let's go ahead and build each of these and see what we think. So the final build had all of these pieces left over. So it does not take full advantage of this set. However, it is a pretty good build. So here it is, our tertiary build. This is the Lifeguard Tower, and it has a little buggy as well. The buggy is not too bad, considering it's really made out of leftover parts. There's room for 1 figure to sit in there. No real steering wheel or really steering mechanism at all. There's these, I guess, sort of handlebars here maybe. You could modify it a little bit. There is a steering wheel still left over in the extra parts bin, so you could maybe modify it a little bit and put a steering wheel in there if you wanted to. The wheels seem a little bit large for this, but you know, overall, again, especially considering it's made out of leftover parts, not a bad little build. However, I think this is really good. We have a Lifeguard Tower. There's a little bit of a shoreline with some water lapping up on the beach there. You've got the umbrella and a nice reclining chair. If we take our figure out, you can see that seat can recline. There's a cup over here, whoops, and then there's a little kind of side table built into the side of it. There's a ladder leading up to the guard tower, and our lifeguard is up there with her binoculars, keeping an eye on people. Let's take her out of the way. We have a surfboard here for rescuing people. There's a little bit of a railing here to keep people safe as they're walking around up front. There's some lights and things on top. There's a flag waving up above, and down inside we have a little computer monitor up there at the top, and there's enough room for a figure to stand in there. There's, I don't know if it's supposed to be a bullhorn or something like that down there. Pretty cool little build, again, considering this is the 3rd build in the set. They've done a pretty good job of utilizing the pieces and colors that they had available, so not bad. So the secondary build leaves a lot of pieces left over, but the build is pretty good. This is our Dune Buggy. As you can see, we have room for 2 figures to sit side by side, which is very cool. There's a windshield and a surfboard rack. We've got some tail lights and some mufflers, headlights, and turn indicators, all kinds of detail. Very nicely done. If we take the figures out, you can see the interior a little bit better. Inside we have a couple of gauges. Those are printed pieces. There's the steering wheel and a gear shift, and seats for 2 figures. The windshield, it's kind of an interesting assembly because it's kind of at a slant. So I guess that's a legal technique now. I wouldn't have thought that was, but it works and I like it. The 2 large Technic pieces are used down here to make part of the frame, and then the wheels are actually held in with Technic pins rather than on these axle bricks down here. So anyway, not a bad build. I like it. Alright, here we have the Sunshine Surfer Van. As you can see, we have 2 minifigures and this van. Let's go ahead and take a look at each component individually. Here we have this surfer girl, and she's sporting a pair of binoculars. She's wearing some sunglasses, has nice long blonde hair. Nothing particularly special about her torso or her legs. Torso print is fairly basic. Skin tone is not a bad match, but it's not perfect. Overall, not too bad. And here's our surfer dude wearing a surfer tank top. He's got some long reddish brown hair, nice face, a little bit of print on the back of the torso as well, wearing some blue jeans, And while these figures aren't bad, my one complaint is that they don't wear shorts. They have jeans on. It would be nice if they had dual molded legs to make it look like they were wearing shorts. But other than that, these guys are not too bad. And here is the van. This is loosely based on, well, not so loosely, it's obviously based on a VW bus. 60s vintage, especially with that split window up front. I like the suggestion of the mirrors here on the side. You've got sort of a makeshift logo there, although this isn't a licensed product, so you don't have a VW print. It still looks pretty good. Got some headlights, turn indicators, got the wheels on the side with these wheel wells, working doors on each side, which is pretty cool. On the back we have another emblem and some tail lights, turn indicators, a ladder to get up, and then on the other side we even have a gas cap. Again, there's another door over here. On the inside you can take off this roof element. It works kind of like the modular buildings, it just pops off. And inside we have quite a bit of detail in there. We'll take a closer look at that here in just a second. But before we do that, let me show you what is on the roof. Here we have a bunch of accessories for our day at the beach. First of all, back here we have a grill, and there we have a ignition switch and a temperature gauge. If we open that up, we've got some grill pieces, and there's some trans orange underneath to make it look like the grill is fired up. So that's pretty cool. We also have a clip here for the surfboard, because it is a surfer van after all. We also have a lounge chair, and then we have a bigger lounge chair that allows you to kick your feet up. There's also a little table. And finally, there is an umbrella that can attach to the larger of the two chairs. Pretty cool. With the roof off, you can slide open the side and get a better idea of what is on the inside. There's a foot-down table over here in red. Over here we have a suggestion of a sink with a faucet. There's an obligatory coffee mug hanging from the wall there. We have a little stove with a grill piece and a temperature gauge. There's also some entertainment there with the computer screen that you might watch movies or Netflix or something on. There's a flower there. We also have a suggestion of a refrigerator down there. Over here we have a bed that can pop up out of the way that gives you some storage for some luggage or whatever. There's also a little light right above that so you can read. Then if we close that up, I'm trying to get you a look at the driver's side. We have that's a little tough to look in there. There's a steering wheel, two seats, and a gear shift. And then right there in the middle is an AC vent. So lots of detail on the inside. Overall, I think this is a really nice build and a pretty good likeness, even though it's not officially licensed, of a VW bus. With all of that stuff reattached, they are ready to pack it up and go home. As you can see, there's a place for everything here. The umbrella stand, the barbecue grill, the surfboard, the table, and each of the chairs all fit on top. And then your passenger and driver fit right inside, and they're ready to go. So this build actually uses all the pieces in the set. As you saw, the other two builds leave quite a bit behind, but all three builds I think are really quite good. A lot of times these 3-in-1 sets have one or maybe two sets or builds that are pretty good, and the third one is just kind of made because they have to do a third one. But this one, I think all three are actually pretty good. This one is my favorite, of course, but I think both the Dune Buggy and the Lifeguard Tower are good as well. Anyway, this has been Christian with Brick Life Crisis. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave us a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave those below. And until next time, take care. We'll see you soon.